Okay, so just move that over here. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, you can hear me. Fantastic. So we'll just do this. We'll do the money at the tea break. Right. So just feel the ground under your feet.
If I stand just here, I think cross somewhere. What sort of makes you consist?
Notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. Just let the shoulders soften, sink the hips, feel the ground under the feet. Just gently breathe in and out. I'll turn the music down in a minute, but it's my friend Nick, the Kingfisher guy. Nice and relaxed. Keep going. We'll do this for a while. I'll just turn down the music. So yeah, great. So notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. There we go. So you're sinking your hips and feeling the feet. And then what we'll do is we'll just gently open the arms. So yeah, I got in touch with the Talking Tees people, so the t-shirts we've got, they're not going to be fluorescent anymore, because that would cost an extra £3 per t-shirt, and they've already gone up a significant, since we last did them about 7 years ago, they've gone up an awful lot, but I'm going to have to get at least get some for me done, because obviously things are getting really moth-eaten now, so I mean it's lasted a good, you know, because I wear them obviously all the time when I'm teaching, so and we just do bounce, and they have people working there that have got learning differences and things, so they're kind of similar to Burwell prints. They're that sort of you know, they're very ethical and they're all artists, so it's very nice shop Talking Tees, but and the care home, we decided against getting big silk suits. We thought we'd just stick with a plain old t-shirt that says Bramley Tai Chi on it for our display team, but I might get a silk suit, just turn up with it one day. For fun, you know. So you can get cheap sale ones, and it says replica silk or something, so it's polyester, but it's just like silk. No, it really isn't. No, it's nothing like it at all. So there we go, we're just bouncing. So I don't know what they're going to do. It looks very good, doesn't it, the scaffolding? You've seen things like that in the Tate Modern, don't you?
Yes.
You don't know if it's like an art thing or if it really is building, because there was the... I was talking to, I can't remember, it was one of the concerts I was in, I was talking to someone who got to the Tate Modern and they said, you know, I thought, oh, they must be repairing it, look at all those bricks. And actually, it was an art, the bricks, it was an art thing, installation. I thought that was so funny, and it was only weeks after they won an award for being the most artistic bricks or something, I don't know. But
I always remember visiting my son when he was at university, going round to the students' flat and seeing the dishes in the sink. I said, take a photo. I said, you could say that.
you could say that everyone comes to bed.
I've never seen anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I went to an art thing. One of my friends runs a cafe in London, and I just popped in just to have a cup of tea. Actually, hot chocolate. He does the best hot chocolates. And he says, "Hey, go and have a quick look downstairs. There's this art thing." There was this amazing Japanese lady. It was all about being mindful and present. The art was very. And I saw her. It was a black sheet of paper. Big black sheet of paper, and then white squares that were very strategically placed, and then she got this paintbrush and then did something, so then the white ended up with black splodges and then eventually being mostly black, and it took about 10 minutes, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. I thought it was brilliant. She was so quiet, and it was like watching one of them Japanese Buto dancers, you know, where they do very slow movements.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, now this is good. And then there was a guy upstairs who was doing sensory art that doesn't involve looking at anything. So it was sound and touch and smell, which I thought was really interesting. And he was working with, I'm sure I've heard some people doing stuff like that with some neuroscientists or something, but it was actually quite thoughtful. So I was like, oh, this is good. So we're just relaxing. There we go. And you just want to... Right, we'll just go up, and up, and up, and up, and then we stretch, and... Oh, that's great.
That's nice.
So, and a little bit more news on the Burwell front. We will be moving from the sports hall, and possibly the time, on the Monday. In January. I want it a bit earlier, actually. Earlier would be better for me. But it depends on whether the W.I. Barton's continuing. If it's not, I'll move my time back. But I was thinking of the Gardner Memorial Hall, because it's so lovely.
Where is that?
It's just near, it's nearly, it's on the same street as that pub, the Five Bells pub. It's right near there.
Oh, that's right.
And there's a car park, and there's toilets, and there's a really nice kitchen. So, it's alright. So let's go back to that one.
But the Wednesday one will stay the same.
The Wednesday one's here, yeah.
So
It's just the Monday night one, yeah. The
Wednesday vote.
yeah, because we're in that nice room,
Yes.
and that's fine. It was just the Monday one. It was a little bit too echoey and slightly too late for people. So I'm going to have a bit of a relaunch. I mean, I'd rather just do Monday. I'd rather have another night to myself and just sort of finish during the day.
Yeah.
Because then I can always go and see my teacher. You know, it's like, yeah. So we're just turning. thinking if the worst comes to the worst, I could always do an early afternoon thing on a Monday, well, a late afternoon thing on a Monday here. You know, if I can't find anywhere in Burwell, it doesn't have to be in Burwell. So, I like this hall and I like Tash that runs it. I think she does a really good job. So I'll do the T shape. Keep breathing some more. And then turn the palm up. So notice the breath as it comes in, and notice the breath as it comes out. So I've done a week of, is it a week? No, not even a week. It was the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. No, it has been a week. 6, 7 days of, I've been doing this course. I'm learning about how to meditate.
That's right, but 7.
I'm on day 7.
You have to get up at 7 or something.
Yeah, and no, I have to get up at 5:30.
Oh yeah, to start at 7.
To start
Early
before
start.
7. So the Zoom room opens usually about 2:15. So I get, and then you can get all set up, and yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, I've done like little, do this one. I've done things like meditate for maybe 5-10 minutes. I usually do that, and I'm usually all right at that. But doing it for a full half an hour, very tricky. But I definitely am, even though it's quite tiring, you have to go and have a little kit later on. I've been personally feeling more awake, like, and more clear. Even though I must be the fidgetiest person in the whole Zoom room, because I'm not naturally set up for
Doing nothing.
sitting there, well, just sitting there still, because we've got, you know, I move around. So because of that, I thought, well, in order to be less fidgety, I ought to do a little bit of practice during the day. So at lunch, I do like maybe 5-10 minutes, and there's 5-minute ones that you can get on the internet. Tara Brach does a very quick, you know, mindful, and it works, and you do feel. And then there's between 10 and 25 minute things. They've got loads. So I've just been listening to one of them in the evening, and so I'm getting the practice, and I'm doing the Tai Chi as well. So that's quite trying to fit. But I'm noticing the Tai Chi seems to be working a bit better as well. So I think it's good. But this morning there was 115 people on Zoom doing this thing. So you are in company.
You just don't see them on screen.
Yeah, on like little square boxes. It's a bit like sort of blankety blank, if you remember that show, except they're all in these square boxes. And yeah, so what I might do is see if there's anyone that wants to carry it on and do something at 7 in the morning. It's quite good. And the thing is, because, you know, it's actually a good time to have things, because then you've got the rest of the day, and it sort of sets you up for the day, even if, and we just change. just been fidgeting around like nobody's business. Getting to the end, and I still feel better anyway, so I'm not too worried that it's not something I'm naturally good at, because I know I'll practice it. I'll probably not be as good as that as this person that just sits there and it's great, and you just think, oh, that's nice, but it's fine. That's it. So you just want to relax the wrists, relax the palms of the hands. That's it. But yeah, I do. And they've got like a website you can look at that's got guided meditations in, little explanations of things, and you can get a. It's quite useful. Yeah. It's got to the end of this month. Is the Heaven's Breath Qigong, and we can. I've got the videos set up, so I may need to. Don't remember to press. Oh, it is recording. Oh, yes, that's very good. Oh yeah, great. I forgot there was one time where I was doing this amazing Zoom class, but I forgot to press record. So I had to stay behind here and record the first bit what I'd missed out, but I couldn't quite remember what I did, so I just taught something else. So who knows what, you know.
Surprise.
And I then put it in as part 1 and part 2, but my part 1 might not have been what, you know, because it depends, I mean, what I come out with. There are a lot of common themes, but it depends on who was here, you know, as to what we do. And if it's just me on my own. So anyway, so I did do it, but I'm not doing that again. So you want to relax the shoulders. But, so yeah, what I'll be doing for next year, we'll be getting some new copies of the old T-shirts, because Mike wants to do a new design, but he's been talking about that for the last 3 years. And this is one that works, so there'll probably be something like £18 each or something, and I won't be making any money on them. And they said if you buy 50 or more, then you get a discount. But I'm like, but I haven't got the money to pay up front for 50 T-shirts. So what I'm going to have to do is take a deposit, and then it won't be as much of a loss, and then you pay the difference. So it might even be, I don't know how much they're going to be, but they're all going to be quite pricey. 100% cotton, very thick cotton, and ethical cotton as well. So they're not fully fair trade, but they pay people a proper wage that made them wherever they made them. They've got a fair something or other, but it's not as. It's along the same. It's heading towards fair trade, so that's close enough. And then they have people with learning differences helping out. So I'm like, well, that'll do. You know, it's at least they've put some thought. So this one, now last week I went to see Eva, Now what she said is you do a little bounce, because she was saying about, she's been getting, especially in her classes for people improving their balance that have maybe been recommended by the GP because they've had a fall or something, she's been getting them to jump. I was like, oh, brilliant. So, and she said, you know, because as we get older we lose our natural tendency to bounce. If you look at children, they're very bouncy and they're just sort of, you know, and it's actually very good to be a bit bouncy. You know, Mark, in the thing we're learning, the Heaven's Ref Qigong, he was saying that, one of his students, he's got this very forthright student who always tells you what to do because she's his senior, and you just don't, I think she might be in the WI as well, you just don't want to mess with her. and she's like, your foot's in the wrong place, you've got to put it down. You go, oh, thank you. Oh. You know, and you know, and she was saying that she did this set with some of her students, and one of them hadn't done a jump for over 30 years. They'd not jumped for, but they all love it. So yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll just keep. So we're just very slowly warming up, in no particular hurry. Because, yeah. So anyway, so I was doing the concert last night, but we couldn't hear ourselves because it was in the park, and there were all these fireworks and these children were chasing each other. Apparently, I didn't see it, and they were shooting fireworks at each other. Now, I think they should just ban them. I think they're outdated now, and it frightens all the animals. My friend's got this lovely dog called Jeffrey, who's of a nervous disposition. He's this racing hound type dog. And he hates firework time because his dog gets absolutely traumatised. And I'm thinking, actually, I think they've had their time. I think they should just stop them. And then round the other way.
Displays now, don't they?
Yeah, well, you can get some displays, and that's fine if you're having a display.
Yeah, but I mean, that should keep them without roaming the streets with fireworks.
Exactly. I don't think they should be selling them.
Well, they're supposed to.
Get a license.
Well, they're not licensed, but they're not allowed to buy them from supermarkets unless they're over 18 and less.
Yeah.
And they're not allowed. They just can't go in and buy them. They've got to be shopping there. Then they can get fireworks, but they just can't go in off the street. I mean, I think that's most of the supermarkets would do.
Yeah. But you know, they can potentially cause pollution. Oh, it's now. Yeah.
I was going to say, I can use
Yeah, it's not
that.
outside. No, it's a piece that my friend did.
Well, that's in the whole.
Actually, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, definitely.
It's two. It's if you listen to the recording,
They got one.
it's 2 hours, and they're having a chat.
Yes, they do.
Late at
Yeah,
night.
they do. Yes. I
At
used to
one
do
end.
that. Yeah, night times.
Night
We're on
time,
there.
having a good old chinwag about the world's ills.
Yeah. I used to
And,
love it.
mm.
Never saw them. Well, I did once. It's on the television era from the people across the road from me. And I thought, I've lived here for 50 years, this is the first time I've seen it.
Brilliant.
And then he actually flew, because he couldn't see, I mean, he flew right over my head to where I was going. I thought, I was so excited.
No,
Because
nice.
it's something you don't.
Well, you don't get to see them very often
No.
unless you go to the one near
Well, I mean,
Huntington.
yeah.
The sanctuary for the raptors. They've got quite a few hours there.
Well, that's, well, I wasn't that one, this one was down in Cornwall, but I mean, the chap said to me there, what? I said, it goes to it through. He said, well, it's a Tawny. I said, well, don't all owls do that? No,
only
it's only a Tawny owl.
Only Tawny.
Yeah.
No, because barn owls hardly make a sound at all.
The others
They're
screech.
silent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Owls
it's,
talk, all owls talk.
Yeah, I was on my way to Horningsea once, quite late at night, and I had to stop because I said, oh look, there's a plastic bag on the road, I'd better stop. But I was really glad I did stop because it was a barn owl. And I stopped my car, I got out and I said, what are you doing there? Go on. it must have been a bit, maybe it got hit, but I just basically put my hazards on, my blinkers on, and sort of waited for this owl to safely, why did the owl cross the road, and then go in the other direction, and then I could get back in my car, because I thought, I better wait here just in case, just in case someone isn't paying attention.
When you see them sometimes, they seeing a ghost in there.
It is, they're quite eerie because you can't
Yeah.
really hear them when they're flying, they're quite, they're good. So we're just doing this. Oh, well, that's better. Okay, so now we'll do this one. So we start here first, and we come up, and keep a bend at the end, so you pull the arms down, you come up, and you transfer the weight, or you lean, and then we do the same exercise. So you stretch, you come back, transfer the weight. So move your weight and angle your body first, and then move the arms. And then it seems to work much better. Because then and I've been experimenting with Ely. We've been doing this thing called Tai Chi ruler, except Tai Chi rulers are expensive, so I've been using rolling pins instead. And it's really good fun, so I will be doing some rolling pin in the new year. Once I've experimented on Ely enough and worked out, they're quite up for trying stuff out. And one more time, that's fantastic. Come back. Better. And then let's just very gently turn the head. So let's turn the head. So I've been taking a list of who wants a t-shirt. So I've got an idea of numbers, and then we'll just get a few done. I might get them in purple as well as black. Just
That's different.
purple. Maybe like navy blue or something. So navy blue, black, purple. Then we could just have them randomly.
And what colour will be the prints?
Probably pink and because it was pink and green. I'm not sure if we've got any other, but that's still a bit more choice. Because before it was either black and pink or black and green, and they were kind of quite fluorescent. Whereas they've actually the fluorescent colours are more expensive. It's an extra £3-4. And I'm like, well, or I could just have plain old pink or apple green, which will still work. Shake it out. Okay, just very gently lift them up. 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, I'll just get. What did I do with a bit of paper? I'll have a look in my bag. How we do with the time? Oh, I don't understand that. Is that clock right?
I think it's about 10 past 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 past 11.
It's 10 past 11. Okay, so we've got a little bit of. No, okay, it's on my. It's on my computer anyway. PDF. Cultivating the breath, welcome to the breath child, welcome to the illnesses. Let's do the first 4 moves. So what he did at the beginning was this very nice thing. We'll do the first 4 moves, then we'll stop for tea. And then there's actually 13 moves. Actually, we'll do the first 5. That will do. We'll do the first 5 moves. So the first one's called cultivating the breath. Cultivating the breath. But before we do that, you breathe in, breathe out, just breathing out, and it's like you're embracing something. Just did that for a bit. Just relax into that. We didn't do it very long, and then he brought the hands back. And I can't remember what he called this. So this isn't in the actual moves, but this is the thing he does before he does this set every time. And he normally does it he does this thing called Tai Chi in the Park every Thursday morning in Birmingham, although last Thursday they couldn't do it because it was raining so much because there was a big storm, so they had to cancel it because the council phoned them and said, oh sorry, you can't run it today because health and safety, so he was like, oh, okay. I mean they'd have all gone because they don't care. They don't care because they're all weathers all year round. All year round. They have a couple of weeks off over Christmas and they have a couple of weeks, you know, when he's not there, and they'll get a standing. So it runs and runs and runs every week, and very rarely does it not work. So the first one's cultivating the breath. So you come up like that, and then hang on a minute. I've got cultivating the breath. Yeah, I was right. Yeah.
To remember it all.
Well, that's why I've got the crib sheet. And then you just do that. Down. So this looks like everything else, really. So I couldn't tell this. But you cross the hands, breathe in, breathe out, and we do this 3 times. Next part B, goes like this, and then down. And one more time. And then welcome and embrace the child. So you breathe in and breathe out. And then we do that 3 times the other side. So you step, you transfer the weight, breathe in, open the arms, embrace, welcome the child, and then you embrace. Step. And then, now this next move, it looks like Wild Goose Flies, but it's called Floating the Wings and Sinking to the Lake. and you do that 6 times. Floating the wings and sinking to the legs. So you go up on your toes and down. So it's like wild goose, but going up on your toes. And we do it 6 times. So I got fed up with trying to work it out myself at home and thought I'll just start teaching it, because then I'm going to have to learn it. So, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Next one is called Shaking Off 100 Illnesses. That one's quite a nice one. So you do this bit, you breathe in, then look to your left, look to your right, back to the middle, and then breathe out. So you breathe in, right, left, middle, up. Left, right, middle, up. Right, left, middle, up. Left, right, middle, up. And then one more time. Right, left, middle, up. So, it's good, that one. Shaking off 100 illnesses. So yeah, shaking off 100 illnesses, you do it 8 times, but 8 breaths, but we won't do it. Now the last one is called Gathering the Clouds to Clear the Skies, and you do that 6 times. So 3 times each side. And you breathe in, and you do 5 waves, and then 1 like that. And when you do that, you have to say ha. You have to say ha. And when you do the gathering the clouds, or I think gathering the clouds and expel penalty. Gathering the clouds to clear the skies. So we're clearing the skies of the clouds. Like we're throwing clouds at people. So so when you do the gathering bit, you go hum. So the word is hum, and then ha, hum ha, and it's a Chinese thing for, yeah, they have these word things sometimes, yeah, but it's very fun to do. So we breathe in. Right, we've got to do that 5 more times now. So this is a good thing to do before tea, but we'll review first. 2. So I usually do 3, and on the 3rd one, I start my hum. Ha! Right. So let's breathe in. It just feels great. And come up. Breathe in. So, is that 2 left? We've got 2 left on what's now? I think we've got 2 left. Okay. So you get, and you want to be, because you're going hum and ho, you've got to be quite good posture. Good posture. So you're sinking and relaxing. So we go breathing in. 1, and then once more with feeling. There we go. Breathing in. There we are. So that's the first 5 moods. Shall we do a little review and then have some tea? And I'll just have to. So cultivating the breath and soothing the breath. So that's the first 2. So cultivating the breath. So you kind of make the butterfly. You come up, breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And then soothing the breath. So breathe in. It's almost like the shaking off the illnesses, but much softer. So you're soothing. And then we've got embracing, welcoming and embracing the child. Like this. Yeah, I was at my niece's birthday party, so there was lots of hugs going on. And then we do 3 on the other side. So you just breathe in. So notice the weight shift. Breathe out. Breathe out. And one more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, and then we've got the 1, 2, 3. Just check. Yeah, welcome and embrace the child. And then we've got the floating the wings, sink into the lake, shaking off 100 illnesses, and then the gathering the clouds and what was it? Gathering the clouds and clearing the skies. Gathering the clouds and clearing the skies. So we'll do the floating wings. So floating the wings and sinking into the lake. Something like that. 1, 5, 6, Gathering the clouds to clear the sky. So come up, breathe in. We'll do one more. Fantastic. Okay, so that's the first 5 moves. I'll just read out what the names of the next moves are. So the next one's called Pulling the Threads from Heaven, Open the Windows to Gaze Afar, Gathering the Chi and Looking to Heaven, Honouring the Ancestors, Shaking out 1,000 Demons, Pulling the Willows, Palm Supports the Skies, Waking the Gods and Vibrating the Chi. So that's movement 6 to 13. So we'll see how far we get. We're not in a hurry to do this. And we better stop for tea. So we'll just pause for tea. Okay, so pulling the threads from heaven, opening the windows, gazing afar. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll just go back to that one, and then we'll do movements number 7 and movements number 6, 7 and 8. Movements number 6, 7 and 8. So movement number 6 is pulling the threads from heaven. Oh, that's a good one. Pulling the threads from heaven. So you bring your feet together. Now if your feet don't go together, you can just have them close-ish in, because sometimes it's a bit... And then what you do is you turn like that, and then you pull, 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 pull. Come in, breathe in, and then pull down, pull down, pull down. 3. You can even like your bell ringing. 4. 5. And 6. So it just reminds me of bell ringing. You keep expecting to see the bell. So that's pulling the threads from heaven. Now the next one is open the windows to gaze afar. So you start, I'll breathe in tones, mouth and rip like that. And then you breathe out like that. So you just do that. And you do that 8 times. And it's like you open the curtain, like we opened the curtains earlier. And you come back and you make the goggles. And then you go like that. So it's like you've got a pair of goggles and then you open the windows. Because he said he was quite specific about the goggles. And next move we've got is gathering the tree and looking to heaven. Oh, this one's a bit like Space Invaders. So 2 steps to the left, then 2 steps to the right is one go. So you go like this, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Then you step to the right twice, breathe in. One more time. That will do for that one. I think you're supposed to do it a lot more times than what we've just done. 6 times. So you'll do it, yeah, each one. Oh, that's a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You do that. We had 4 left. But we'll do it properly next week when we've got a bit more time. So now we've got honouring the ancestors, and that's 4 times each side. So you breathe in, and then you step diagonal. Breathe in, step diagonal, then you come back, breathe out. Up. So we'll look at these properly next week. We're just whizzing through them. Oh yeah, then he breathes in. Let's get this right. Then he breathes out. And then breathe in and out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we'll have another proper go at that next week. I just want to whiz through the last ones. The next one is called Shaking the Out 1000 Demons. That one's actually quite easy. You just breathe in and out, and you put your feet together, and you just go. Just breathe in and out. I don't know how many times you do this. Hopefully not 1,000. Very nice. Okay, so that's another whistle stop. And then you've got pulling the willows 8 times for each side. So if you start here, breathe out, and you breathe in, breathe out. Three, and 4. We'll do this the full one because it's quite a nice one. Then you do the other side. Breathe out, grab your willow and pull it. And then go and pick up your willow, pull. It's not strip the willow in Kaylee, it's called pulling the willows. Pull those willows. And then once more. Great. Okay, the next one is called Palm Support the Skies. Oh, this is the, You do this one 5 times each side. We'll do it 3 times each side. So you put your hand here, and then you just breathe in and have a stretch, and breathe out and bring the elbow like that, and look at your hand. Then you breathe in, breathe out, look at the hand. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do one more. Breathe in. So you're supposed to do it 5 times. We're just doing it 4. Okay, then you swap. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right, the next one's my favourite. It's called Waking the Gods and Vibrating the Chi. Waking the Gods and Vibrating the Chi. So this one, you breathe in. Hang on. You breathe in and you do this. And then you go like that, tap your tummy. And then you go, ha! And then you clap. You go round in a circle and clap. And then you go round in a circle and clap. Back to where you started. And then you do it this again. We did this at Bowo, yeah. Yeah. So it's called Waking the Gods.
It's that way.
And vibrating the chi. Waking up. So you just breathe in. And if you want, you can do the hum, hum, hard, hum, hum, and then you go around. And then you go round. Right, let's do one more for fun. So you just breathe in. Hum. Hum. And then you go around the other direction again. Oh, and that's all 13 movements. Never mind. Yeah, don't fall over when you jump. Just only move a tiny bit. So you can just do that and keep your feet on the ground. You don't have to do a big leap, but some people.
I would love to be able to do it.
When I first started,
Well, maybe practice.
I couldn't
My
go on
nieces
my
when they were
toes, I hadn't
babies,
got any
Yeah.
they used to
balance, all coming back.
and they jumped
Yes,
like that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so if you had to
Yes,
take
I-
something you could lean on,
I do think it's
That's all
like
you
Or
need to get.
you could jump that way,
yes,
and then you're not having to worry about,
When she said,
you know, have something you can lean on,
that's right.
and then jump.
No.
So you can kind of go,
Yeah.
and then do that, and then go through, and then you can still jump.
When I said to my
And then eventually you might not even need one, you'll be able to lean up and really high, like a big gazelle, and, you know,
do anything.
We are saying.
right. So we'll have another go at that next week, I think, and I'll practice this at home as well. So this weekend I'm in Reading. I'm spending 2 days with a master and then half a day with the Kaskumas. So I'll hopefully find something. So I've been having to up my practice a bit. So it's a bit like my friend's got a cleaner, and before the cleaner comes, they tidy. They have to tidy the house. They tidy it and they clean it. And I'm like, hang on a minute, you're paying what? She says, yes, but I don't want the cleaner to see our house like this. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Oh, what's that? That's weird. But it's a bit like, so before you see a master or go and see your teachers, what I tend to do is I tend to do more practice. And then,
I'm not really going to the dentist,
clean your teeth. Really clean your teeth, yeah. Yeah. It's funny how these patterns of behaviour seem to come up in all sorts of different situations. So, yeah, but that's my favourite move, because you do this, and then you go hum, and then hum, and it's, you just feel
That's good.
You know, and you can even do it. One of them taught people in wheelchairs,
Yeah.
and obviously they can't jump, but they'd spring up and their legs would spring as well, and everyone would just
Eventually I shall get it.
yeah.
It takes
But
time.
a way into the bouncing is actually this movement, where you let's go back to that, where you do the bounce, because Eva says when you get your bounce back, that's good for the balance. Losing, because then you're not, and moving in relaxed as possible. Just getting really relaxed is a good thing. I mean, it's quite hard at the moment to relax with all the doom and gloom just before the news, and but it's all right. So this kind of springiness, but also the awareness in the feet. So really feeling that contact with the feet, and you can, it's really good. Just little things like that. You know, there's that. Was it Michael Mosley? Is it the one that does it?
One thing.
One thing. And I like the one, I tried the rain one out, because obviously it's been raining a lot. I said, here, look, he said if you go out after it's been raining and just take a few lungfuls, it's got something. It was science, but basically there's a chemical that gets released by it, and it's safer to breathe the air after it's been raining, although he didn't say anything about acid rain or anything, but you went out, and then we said, well, try this out. Oh yeah, that's nice. So just, it's quite nice to be there if you've got the right gear on.
Well, sometimes when it's raining and you go
I like to do my Tai Chi.
It smells
fresh.
fresh.
That's because of that
fresh.
chemical
Yeah.
that Michael Mosley talked about. Look it up on Radio 4, because they did one about if you want to change one thing in your life, take up Tai Chi was one of them.
Well, there was a big piece, wasn't there?
Big thing about Tai Chi, they do studies on it every now and then and go, oh look, it's good for you. But we already knew that. But for anyone new, so we just do this. Let's just do a little bit of, we'll do the double-handed silk reading, just in the upright stance. So we're just feeling the body. So you're moving your arms with the body movements. And we'll persevere with that heavenly breath qigong. We'll look at the last part next week. We'll look at the last few moves, spend a bit longer on them, and then we'll do the whole set. We're all breathing. And one more. Beautiful. Okay. That's my friend Peter now on the piano. So I've got to have a chat with him about what are the prices again. 'Cause and then let's look super young. So rub the hands together and polish the face. So what I might try and do tomorrow morning is get up at like maybe 6:30 or 6 and do some Tai Chi and then do some meditation, see if it feels any different. I'm just trying, experimenting. Okay. Breathe out. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. So, I can't remember when we're stopping for Christmas or how long we're having off. I'll let you know. I've forgotten everything. So, just stand for a moment. Breathe in and out. And make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, bring your feet together. And bow. Oh, wonderful session. Yeah, I think it works really well with Sheila too. It's just a nice combination, isn't it? You know, everybody's favourite things. I'll try and remember the biscuits for
As
next
usual, mine's always the easiest.
Right, well done everyone watching. Thanks for watching. Right.